Hello, class. It's Mrs. Enos. I'm here today with Chapter 9, and the weather is so nice today. I hope you've had a chance to go outside. I know I raked up like 6 bags of leaves in my backyard and went for 2 walks. And my youngest son, Grant, who's 6, he rode his two-wheeler bike for the first time with no training wheels around the block. And now he just won't stop. He just keeps going around and around and around the block. But Daddy's watching him, so I'm here to read Chapter 9 with you. Ugh, I can't believe she wants to be the tuna police, too, said Dylan, glaring at the back of Martha Cherie's head in the cafeteria line. She thinks she knows everything. With all the mayhem and sneezing at home, I'd forgotten to pack a lunch like normal. Hey, did you ever get to look in Coach Weeks' office for Hamster-saurus Rex? Asked Dylan. He's not in there, I said with a shrug. It was true. Technically, that didn't make me feel much better for deceiving my best friend. His office had a bunch of weird dietary supplements and a loose sock. Sounds about right, said Dylan. Do that. Let me know if you want help looking for him. I'd love to find him before Martha does. Beat her at her own game. I wanted to tell her everything. Actually, Hamster-saurus Rex is what? Said Dylan. Is probably long gone by now. I like to think he hitched a ride on a train bound for parts unknown. Maybe he's out there, riding the rails of this great land of ours, staring up at the Hamster-saurus Rex. Growled. Dylan stared at me. Sorry, I said, breakfast tuna. In the cafeteria line, I picked up an extra hamburger for Hammy Rex. I put my tray down on the table beside Dylan's. Then I pretended I forgot the mustard so I could sneak off. I ducked behind a stack of chairs and waited until I was sure nobody was watching. Okay, pal, I said, stuffing the hamburger into my pocket for him to gobble. Here's lunch, but you've got to make it 3 bites. And Hamster-saurus Rex was already done and whining for more. Last, I said. I went back through the line again. Can I have another hamburger, please? I said to Judy, the lunch lady. You've got quite the appetite, son, said Judy, dropping one onto my tray. Actually, can you make it 3 extra hamburgers? I said. I'm trying to bulk up for little Mr. or Miss Muscles. I flexed. Looks like you need to, she said, and she served me 2 more hamburgers. I sat down at Dylan's table. You know what? I said. Now I forgot ketchup. I leaped up, carrying the stack of burgers. Sam, wait, called Dylan after me. If you're feeling sick to your stomach, maybe eating 5 hamburgers isn't the greatest idea. I pretended I didn't hear her and hid behind the chair stack again. I stuffed 3 more hamburgers into my pocket for Hamster-saurus Rex. He scarfed them, but still he wanted more. I went back through the line and asked Judy for another burger. Legally, said Judy, I'm allowed to serve 1 kid 6 hamburgers. Please, I said, I forgot to eat breakfast. I thought you ate tuna for breakfast, said Tina Gomez, who was getting a fruit cup. The tuna was a pre-breakfast snack, I said, to tide me over until lunch. Son, that makes absolutely no sense, said Judy. But she grudgingly served me 1 more burger. Hamster-saurus Rex was more than happy to eat it. His appetite seemed to defy the law of physics. But at last the little guy seemed satisfied. He growled and nuzzled my hand and poked his head out of my pocket to get a look around the cafeteria. Low profile, I said, gently pushing him back down with my finger. I finished my own lunch just before the bell rang. Dylan looked at me funny the whole time. The rest of the day passed pretty uneventfully. Hamster-saurus Rex was full and kept quiet. He didn't fling me around from inside my pocket anymore either. Yay! I realized that the key to preventing him from going berserk was keeping him fed. As long as he wasn't hungry, he stayed calm, pleasant even. Simple enough. After school, I made my way to the library to wait for my mom to pick me up. I gave it a minute, then offered up some excuse to the librarian. My excuse count was off the charts these days, and I snuck off to my locker to deploy the second phase of my plan. The hallway was totally empty. Perfect. I reached into my backpack and pulled out 2 bags of sand I'd brought from my mom's garden. I emptied the sand into the bottom of my locker. Then I pulled out more set dressing, dozens of toy dinosaurs, and some plastic palm trees from an old fish tank I had, one of several hairless pets that didn't quite work out. R.I.P. Gilliam Shakespeare. Last of all, I taped a picture I'd drawn of an exploding volcano to the inside of my locker as backdrop. In all the illustrations I'd seen in books, it seemed that dinosaurs loved hanging out around exploding volcanoes. Also, in meteor showers. When I was done, I had created a miniature prehistoric landscape inside my locker. "All right, pal," I said to Hamster-saurus Rex, taking him out of my pocket and gently placing him into the locker. "This is where you'll be staying for the night. I figured that since you're half dinosaur now, maybe this would make you feel at home." Hamster-saurus Rex looked around. Do you want to know what he saw? Oh, there it is. He looked at me, his lips pulled back in a weird little smile. I smiled back. He cuddled up next to a plastic Parasaurolophus and gurgled. "Yeah, I'll take that as a yes," I said. "See you tomorrow, my friend." I stooped down and kissed him on top of the head. I may seem like a tough guy, but I'm actually pretty in touch with my emotions. I shut my locker door. "Who were you talking to?" said Beaver, stepping out from behind the water fountain a little ways down the hall. "Nobody," I said, my heart racing. "Just, my geometry book." "You kissed your geometry book good night?" "Yeah, I I love geometry." I shrugged. I may seem like a tough guy, but I'm actually pretty in touch with... "Shut it. Martha Jr.'s in there, isn't he?" said Beaver. "I got F's on every homework assignment this week, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the brain injury he gave me." "You're probably fine," I said. "Quick, how many pasta salads am I holding up?" "What are you even talking about?" he said, shoving me aside. "Come on, Beaver, you don't need to do that. Let's go to the vending machine. I'll buy you some Funcho's flavor." Beaver threw open my locker with a clang. Inside was my crustaceous hamster habitat, but there was no sign of Hamster-saurus Rex. Beaver looked around, confused and angry. His only emotions? "You made a dinosaur playland in your locker?" he said with disgust. "Yep," I said. "I'm probably a dumb baby." "Ha! Only a dumb baby would do something like..." said Beaver, trailing off, annoyed that I'd beaten him to it. "Sam, if you're lying to me about the hamster, things aren't going to go so well for you." We stared at each other for a moment. I gulped. "What I mean is, I'm going to beat you up," explained Beaver. "Yeah, no, I definitely got that," I said. "Good," said Beaver, poking me hard in the chest. Then he pointed to his waist, mouthed the words, "clear belt," and turned to walk away. "Seriously, Beaver," I said, "I have no idea where Hamster-saurus Rex is." And I didn't. All right. See you tomorrow, friends. Chapter 10. It's a long one. Prepare yourself.